Ever felt overwhelmed by complex decisions or struggled to think clearly? The audiobook, Mindful Reasoning, The Key to Effective Critical Thinking, reveals how combining mindfulness with critical thinking can transform your cognitive abilities. Discover practical strategies to sharpen your analytical skills, gain deeper insights, and make more enlightened decisions. Don't miss out on unlocking your mind's full potential. This book is your passport to a life of sharper reasoning, wiser choices, and unparalleled mental agility. Before we go on, I invite you to download the free bundle, which contains the ebook version of this book and an executive summary of all the chapters with the key takeaways. Studies show that engaging with content through multiple formats significantly enhances learning and retention. Click on the first link in the description to claim your free bundle now and maximize your learning potential. Now it's free, but it won't be for long, so make sure to grab it while you can. Chapter 1: Opening the Mind. Imagine a door, slightly ajar, with a warm light spilling through the crack. This door represents your mind, and the journey you're about to embark upon will push it wide open, flooding your consciousness with new possibilities. Welcome to the first step in mastering mindful reasoning and effective critical thinking. In a world inundated with information and conflicting viewpoints, the ability to think critically is more crucial than ever. Yet, true critical thinking isn't just about analyzing facts or spotting logical fallacies. It begins with something far more fundamental: an open mind. This openness is the fertile soil from which all meaningful thought and innovation grow. But what does it mean to have an open mind? It's more than just being willing to listen to others or consider new ideas. An open mind is a state of active receptivity, a conscious choice to approach each situation, problem, or piece of information with genuine curiosity and a willingness to learn. It's about cultivating a beginner's mindset, where every experience is an opportunity for discovery, regardless of how much you think you already know. This chapter lays the foundation for your journey into mindful reasoning. By understanding and practicing open-mindedness, you'll be taking the first crucial step towards enhancing your critical thinking skills. You'll learn to break free from the constraints of preconceived notions and biases, allowing for a more expansive and creative approach to problem solving. As you begin this journey, you might wonder what you can expect to achieve. In the short term, as you work through this book for the first time, you'll develop a deeper understanding of what open-mindedness truly means. It's not just a vague concept, but a practical skill that can be honed and applied in your daily life. You'll begin to recognize the subtle ways in which your existing beliefs and assumptions influence your thinking, and you'll start to challenge these automatic responses. Moreover, you'll be introduced to mindfulness techniques specifically designed to cultivate openness. These practices will help you become more aware of your thought patterns and emotional responses, creating space for new perspectives to emerge. You might find yourself pausing more often before jumping to conclusions, or actively seeking out viewpoints that differ from your own. But the benefits of open-mindedness extend far beyond these initial gains. Over time, as you continue to practice and integrate these concepts into your life, you'll likely notice significant changes in your cognitive abilities. One of the most profound long-term benefits is increased cognitive flexibility. This is the mental agility to adapt your thinking in response to new information or changing circumstances. It's the difference between being stuck in rigid thought patterns and being able to pivot and innovate when faced with challenges. Hand in hand with cognitive flexibility comes enhanced problem-solving skills. As you become more open to diverse perspectives and unconventional ideas, you'll find yourself approaching problems from multiple angles. Solutions that once seemed out of reach may suddenly become apparent. You'll be better equipped to navigate complex situations, whether in your personal life, academic pursuits, or professional endeavors. So, what's involved in cultivating this open mindset? The process begins with embracing curiosity and receptiveness. This means approaching each situation with a sense of wonder and a genuine desire to learn. It's about asking questions, not just to confirm what you already believe, but to truly understand different viewpoints. Practice active listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak, but truly absorbing what others are saying. Equally important is the challenging task of overcoming preconceived notions. We all carry biases and assumptions, many of which operate below the level of conscious awareness. Recognizing and questioning these ingrained beliefs is crucial for opening your mind. This doesn't mean abandoning all your existing knowledge or values, but rather holding them lightly, being willing to examine and update them in light of new evidence or perspectives. You might be wondering why these particular steps are important and why they're presented in this order. The emphasis on curiosity as a starting point is deliberate. Curiosity is the engine that drives critical thinking. Without a genuine desire to understand and learn, even the most sophisticated analytical tools will fall short. Curiosity motivates us to seek out new information, to ask probing questions, and to delve deeper into complex issues. Following curiosity with the task of overcoming preconceived notions is a natural progression. Once you've kindled your curiosity, you'll inevitably encounter ideas that challenge your existing beliefs. This is where the real work of open-mindedness begins. By learning to recognize and question your assumptions, you create space for new understanding to emerge. This sequence allows for a gradual expansion of your mental horizons, building on the motivation provided by curiosity. As you progress through this book, you'll encounter a variety of strategies and techniques designed to enhance different aspects of mindful reasoning. Each chapter will build upon the last, creating a comprehensive approach to critical thinking. But remember, everything starts with this fundamental step of opening your mind. The journey ahead will not always be easy. You may find yourself grappling with uncomfortable truths or struggling to let go of long-held beliefs. There will be moments of confusion and uncertainty, but these challenges are an integral part of the process. Each time you push past your comfort zone, you're expanding your capacity for open-minded thinking. As we conclude this chapter, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on your own thought patterns. How often do you approach situations with genuine curiosity? How aware are you of your own biases and assumptions? These questions are not meant to judge, but to spark awareness. Awareness is the first step towards change. In the chapters that follow, we'll delve deeper into the various aspects of mindful reasoning. We'll explore how to sharpen your awareness, harness the power of your mind's eye, and attune your perception to subtle details. But for now, focus on nurturing that sense of openness and curiosity. As you turn the page to the next chapter, prepare to awaken your senses in ways you might never have imagined. The journey of awareness is about to begin, and with it, a whole new dimension of critical thinking will unfold before you. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for your support. Chapter 2, Awareness Begins. As you step into this chapter, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, unexplored terrain. This landscape represents your mind, and the journey you're about to embark upon will lead you to discover hidden paths and vistas you never knew existed. Welcome to the realm of awareness, where the foundation of effective critical thinking is laid. You might be wondering, what exactly is awareness in the context of mindful reasoning? It's more than simply being awake or alert. Awareness, in this sense, is a state of heightened consciousness, a deliberate attentiveness to the present moment and the intricate workings of your own mind. It's about becoming the observer of your thoughts, emotions, and sensations, rather than being swept away by them. But why is awareness so crucial for critical thinking? The answer lies in the nature of our thought processes. Our minds are constantly buzzing with activity, a ceaseless stream of thoughts, judgments, and reactions. Often, we're so caught up in this mental chatter that we fail to notice the underlying patterns and biases that shape our thinking. Awareness acts as a spotlight, illuminating these hidden aspects of our cognitive landscape. Consider for a moment how often you make decisions or form opinions without really examining the thought process behind them. It's all too easy to fall into habitual patterns of thinking, to react based on ingrained beliefs or emotional triggers rather than careful consideration. Awareness breaks this automatic cycle, creating a pause between stimulus and response. In this pause lies the potential for more deliberate, objective reasoning. As you cultivate awareness, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your approach to critical thinking. You might find yourself becoming more attuned to the nuances of complex issues, more capable of holding multiple perspectives simultaneously without immediately jumping to conclusions. This is because awareness allows you to engage more deeply with your thought processes, to examine ideas from various angles before settling on a viewpoint. But how does one develop this heightened state of awareness? Like any skill, it requires practice and patience. One of the most effective methods is mindfulness meditation. This practice involves focusing your attention on the present moment, often using your breath as an anchor. As you sit quietly, observing your breath and the sensations in your body, you'll inevitably notice thoughts arising. The key is not to suppress these thoughts, but to observe them without attachment, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. Start with short sessions, perhaps just 5 minutes a day. As you become more comfortable with the practice, you can gradually increase the duration. The goal isn't to achieve a blank mind. That's a common misconception about meditation. Instead, you're training your mind to become aware of its own activity, to recognize thoughts as they arise without getting caught up in them. Another powerful tool for cultivating awareness is journaling. Set aside time each day to write down your thoughts and emotions. Don't worry about grammar or structure. This is for your eyes only. The act of putting your inner experiences into words can help you gain clarity and perspective. As you review your journal entries over time, you might start to notice patterns in your thinking that were previously invisible to you. As you engage in these practices, you'll likely begin to experience some immediate benefits. Many people report improved focus and concentration, even after just a few weeks of regular mindfulness practice. You might find it easier to stay on task, less prone to distraction. This enhanced focus is invaluable for critical thinking, allowing you to delve deeper into complex problems and maintain your train of thought even when faced with challenging concepts. But the benefits of awareness extend far beyond improved concentration. With continued practice, you may notice a significant enhancement in your ability to regulate your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather developing a more balanced relationship with them. You'll be able to recognize emotional reactions as they arise, understanding their influence on your thinking without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional regulation is crucial for objective reasoning, allowing you to approach issues with a clear mind, even in emotionally charged situations. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve a state of mastery in objective reasoning. Imagine being able to approach any problem or situation with a mind that's clear, focused, and free from unconscious biases. This doesn't mean becoming cold or detached. On the contrary, it means engaging fully with the world around you, but from a place of balanced awareness rather than reactive habit. Of course, the path to this level of awareness is not without its challenges. Many people find it difficult to maintain focus during meditation, especially in the beginning. Your mind might wander constantly, leading to frustration. Remember, this is completely normal. The moment you notice your mind has wandered is actually a moment of awareness. Celebrate it rather than berating yourself. If you're struggling, try shorter sessions or use guided meditations to help structure your practice. Another common pitfall is becoming overly attached to your thoughts during awareness practices. You might find yourself getting caught up in analyzing or judging your thoughts rather than simply observing them. This is where the concept of non-attachment comes in. Practice observing your thoughts as if they were passing clouds or leaves floating down a stream. Acknowledge them, but don't feel the need to engage with every thought that arises. As you continue to develop your awareness, you'll find that it begins to permeate all aspects of your life, not just your formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself becoming aware of your thoughts and reactions in the midst of a conversation or while working on a project. This is a sign of progress. Your heightened awareness is becoming integrated into your daily life. Remember, the journey of awareness is ongoing. There's no final destination, no point at which you can say, "I've achieved perfect awareness." Instead, it's a continual process of discovery and refinement. Each day brings new opportunities to deepen your practice and apply your awareness to the challenges of critical thinking. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own level of awareness. How often do you find yourself operating on autopilot, reacting without conscious thought? How might your approach to problems and decisions change if you were able to maintain a state of heightened awareness? The path of awareness you've begun to explore here is just the first step in a transformative journey. As you move forward, you'll discover how this foundation of awareness can be harnessed to unlock the full potential of your mind's eye. Prepare to venture into a realm where the boundaries between perception and imagination blur, opening up new vistas of understanding and insight. Chapter 3, Mind's Eye. Close your eyes for a moment. What do you see? Darkness? Flashes of light? Or perhaps, if you concentrate, you can conjure up images, a familiar face, a favorite place, or even something entirely fantastical. This ability to create and manipulate mental images is what we call the mind's eye, and it's far more powerful than you might realize. As we delve into this chapter, we're going to explore a dimension of critical thinking that often goes overlooked. It's a realm where logic meets imagination, where abstract concepts take shape, and where the seeds of innovation are sown. Welcome to the world of mental imagery and visualization. You might be wondering, what does visualization have to do with critical thinking? Isn't critical thinking all about logic and analysis? While these elements are certainly crucial, the mind's eye plays a vital role in enhancing our ability to reason, problem solve, and make decisions. It's the bridge between the abstract and the concrete, allowing us to see possibilities and consequences before they manifest in reality. Think about the last time you faced a complex problem. Did you find yourself trying to picture the situation? Perhaps you imagined different scenarios playing out in your mind. This natural tendency to visualize is your mind's eye at work, and when harnessed effectively, it can become a powerful tool for critical thinking. But why is visualization so important for enhancing critical thinking? One of its key strengths lies in its ability to aid in scenario planning. When we visualize, we're not just passively viewing mental images, we're actively constructing and manipulating them. This process allows us to explore different outcomes and pathways, to test ideas in a virtual space before committing to them in reality. Imagine you're faced with a crucial decision. By using your mind's eye to visualize various outcomes, you can explore the potential consequences of each choice. You can see how different scenarios might unfold, considering factors and variables that might not be immediately apparent through logical analysis alone. This ability to foresee and explore potential futures is invaluable in decision-making processes. Moreover, visualization enhances our capacity for foresight. By regularly exercising our ability to imagine future scenarios, we become better at anticipating challenges and opportunities. This improved foresight can lead to more informed, proactive decision-making rather than reactive problem-solving. But how do we develop and strengthen this mental faculty? Like any skill, the mind's eye can be honed through practice. One effective method is through guided imagery exercises. These involve following a narrated script that guides you through a detailed mental scene. As you practice, you'll find your ability to create and maintain vivid mental images improving. Start with simple exercises. Close your eyes and try to visualize a basic object, like an apple. Notice its color, shape, and texture. Can you see it rotating in your mind? Can you imagine cutting it in half and examining its interior? As you become more comfortable with these basic visualizations, you can move on to more complex scenarios. Another powerful technique is to apply visualization directly to problem-solving scenarios. When faced with a challenge, take a moment to close your eyes and imagine the problem as a tangible object or scene. What does it look like? How does it behave? Now visualize yourself interacting with this mental representation of the problem. What happens when you approach it from different angles? What tools or resources can you imagine bringing into the scene? As you practice these visualization techniques, you'll likely begin to notice some immediate benefits. Many people report improved mental imagery skills within a few weeks of regular practice. You might find that your mental images become more vivid, more detailed, and easier to manipulate. This enhanced ability to create and control mental imagery can have a profound impact on your critical thinking skills. But the benefits don't stop there. As your visualization skills improve, you may notice an enhancement in your overall analytical thinking abilities. The practice of creating and manipulating mental images exercises cognitive muscles that are crucial for analysis and problem solving. You might find yourself better able to break down complex issues into manageable components or to see connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve mastery in scenario planning. Imagine being able to rapidly construct detailed, nuanced mental models of complex situations. Picture yourself effortlessly exploring multiple potential outcomes, weighing probabilities, and making decisions based on a comprehensive understanding of possible futures. This level of mastery can transform your approach to critical thinking, allowing you to navigate even the most complex challenges with confidence and foresight. Of course, as with any skill, developing your mind's eye comes with its challenges. Many people initially struggle with visualization, finding it difficult to create clear mental images. If you find yourself in this situation, don't be discouraged. Start with simple, familiar objects and gradually work your way up to more complex scenes. Remember, the goal isn't to create perfect, photorealistic mental images, but rather to develop a functional level of visualization that enhances your thinking processes. Another common issue is a lack of focus during visualization exercises. You might find your mind wandering, unable to maintain the mental image for more than a few seconds. This is where structured visualization scripts can be particularly helpful. These provide a framework for your mental imagery, guiding your focus and helping you build more stable, detailed visualizations. As you continue to develop your mind's eye, you'll likely find that its influence extends beyond formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself spontaneously visualizing solutions to problems you encounter in daily life, or using mental imagery to plan and strategize more effectively. This integration of visualization into your everyday thinking processes is a sign of progress. Your enhanced mind's eye is becoming a natural part of your cognitive toolkit. Remember, the development of your mind's eye is an ongoing journey. There's always room for growth, always new depths of visualization to explore. Each time you engage in this practice, you're strengthening neural pathways and expanding your capacity for imaginative, insightful thinking. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with mental imagery. How often do you consciously use visualization in your thinking processes? How might your approach to problems and decisions change if you were able to harness the full power of your mind's eye? The journey we've embarked upon in this chapter is just the beginning. As you move forward, you'll discover how the vivid mental landscapes you've learned to create can be further enriched by a heightened awareness of the world around you. Prepare to sharpen your senses and expand your perception in ways you never thought possible. The next chapter will reveal how the subtlest details can unlock profound insights, transforming your understanding of the world and your place within it. Chapter 4. Attuned Perception. Have you ever walked down a familiar street and suddenly noticed a beautiful flower you've passed by countless times before? Or perhaps you've listened to a favorite song and discovered a subtle harmony you'd never picked up on previously. These moments of discovery aren't just happy accidents. They're glimpses into a world of rich detail that surrounds us at all times. Welcome to the realm of attuned perception, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary and the overlooked becomes illuminated. As we embark on this chapter, you might be wondering what perception has to do with critical thinking. Isn't critical thinking all about analysis and logic? While these elements are certainly crucial, the foundation of all analysis is the information we gather. And how we gather that information, how we perceive the world around us, can profoundly impact the quality and depth of our thinking. Imagine your mind as a powerful computer. No matter how sophisticated its processing capabilities, the quality of its output will always depend on the quality of its input. Attuned perception is about refining that input, sharpening our ability to gather rich, nuanced information from our environment and our own thoughts. But what exactly do we mean by attuned perception? It's more than just paying attention. It's a state of heightened awareness where we become fully present in the moment, open to the subtle details and patterns that often slip beneath our conscious awareness. It's about tuning in to the world around us with all our senses, as well as to the subtle currents of our own thoughts and emotions. The importance of this skill for critical thinking cannot be overstated. When we sharpen our perception, we expand the pool of information available for analysis. We notice connections and patterns that might otherwise go undetected. We pick up on subtle cues and nuances that can completely shift our understanding of a situation. Consider how often we make judgments or decisions based on incomplete information. How many times have you formed an opinion only to later discover a crucial detail you'd overlooked? Attuned perception helps us gather more complete, accurate information from the outset, leading to more informed and nuanced conclusions. Moreover, the ability to notice subtle patterns is a cornerstone of innovative thinking. Many groundbreaking insights in science, art, and other fields have come from individuals who noticed patterns or connections that others had overlooked. By honing your perceptual skills, you're not just improving your ability to analyze existing information, you're enhancing your capacity to discover new insights and ideas. So how do we develop this skill of attuned perception? Like any ability, it requires practice and patience. One effective method is through mindful observation walks. The next time you're out for a stroll, try to approach your surroundings as if you're seeing them for the first time. Notice the textures of the surfaces you pass, the play of light and shadow, the subtle sounds in the background. Don't just look, really see. Don't just hear, truly listen. Start with short sessions, perhaps just 5 minutes at a time. As you become more comfortable with the practice, you can gradually increase the duration. The goal isn't to strain or force yourself to notice everything, but rather to cultivate a state of open, relaxed awareness. Another powerful technique for developing attuned perception is through sensory awareness exercises. Set aside some time each day to focus on one sense at a time. For example, you might spend a few minutes just listening, trying to identify as many distinct sounds as you can. Or you might focus on touch, exploring the textures of different objects around you. These exercises help to sharpen your sensory acuity and train your mind to pick up on subtle details. As you engage in these practices, you'll likely begin to notice some immediate benefits. Many people report enhanced attention to detail, even after just a few weeks of regular practice. You might find yourself noticing small details in your environment that you've never picked up on before. This heightened attention to detail can be invaluable in critical thinking, allowing you to gather more comprehensive information and spot potential issues or opportunities that others might miss. But the benefits of attuned perception extend far beyond improved attention to detail. With continued practice, you may notice a significant enhancement in your ability to recognize patterns. This improved pattern recognition can be a game changer in critical thinking. It allows you to see connections between seemingly unrelated pieces of information, to identify trends and tendencies, and to anticipate potential outcomes based on subtle cues. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve a state of mastery in analytical accuracy. Imagine being able to approach any situation with a mind that's fully attuned, capable of gathering rich, nuanced information and processing it with precision. This level of perceptual mastery can transform your approach to critical thinking, allowing you to form more accurate judgments, make more informed decisions, and generate more innovative ideas. Of course, the path to attuned perception is not without its challenges. One common issue is the tendency to overlook details, especially in familiar environments or situations. Our brains are wired to conserve energy by filtering out information deemed unimportant, which can lead us to miss crucial details. If you find yourself struggling with this, try practicing focused observation. Choose a small area or object and challenge yourself to notice as many details about it as possible. This targeted practice can help train your mind to be more attentive to details in all situations. Another potential pitfall is bias in perception. We all have inherent biases that can color how we perceive the world, leading us to notice some things while overlooking others. To counteract this, try consciously seeking out diverse perspectives. Look at situations from different angles, both literally and figuratively. Ask others what they notice and compare it with your own observations. This practice of actively seeking different viewpoints can help broaden your perceptual range and reduce the impact of personal biases. As you continue to develop your skills in attuned perception, you'll likely find that its influence extends beyond formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself spontaneously noticing details and patterns in your everyday life, from the subtle shifts in a colleague's tone of voice to the intricate play of light and shadow on your desk. This integration of attuned perception into your everyday experience is a sign of progress. Your enhanced perceptual abilities are becoming a natural part of how you engage with the world. Remember, the journey towards attuned perception is ongoing. There's always more to notice, always deeper levels of subtlety to explore. Each time you engage in this practice, you're not just sharpening your perceptual skills, you're expanding your capacity for wonder and discovery. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own perceptual habits. How often do you find yourself truly present and attentive to your surroundings? How might your understanding of the world and your approach to critical thinking change if you were able to perceive with greater clarity and depth? The path we've explored in this chapter is just one facet of the multidimensional journey towards mindful reasoning. As you move forward, you'll discover how the rich tapestry of sensory information you've learned to perceive can be woven into a deeper, more profound understanding. Prepare to enter a realm where the ceaseless chatter of the mind gives way to a clarity that you may have never experienced before. The next chapter will reveal how silence can speak volumes, opening up new dimensions of thought and insight that have been waiting just beneath the surface of your conscious mind. Chapter 5, Silent Mind. Have you ever found yourself in a moment of perfect stillness? A fleeting instant where the constant chatter of your thoughts suddenly stops? These rare moments of mental quiet can feel like taking a deep breath after being underwater. They offer a glimpse into a state of mind that, when cultivated, can transform your ability to think critically and creatively. As we embark on this chapter, you might be wondering what silence has to do with critical thinking. Isn't thinking, by its very nature, about generating thoughts? While it's true that critical thinking involves active mental processes, there's a powerful paradox at play here. Sometimes, the key to clearer thinking is less thinking. Imagine your mind as a pond. When the surface is constantly disturbed by ripples and waves, the equivalent of our incessant mental chatter, it's difficult to see clearly to the bottom. But when the water is still, suddenly everything becomes visible with crystal clarity. This is the essence of what we'll explore in this chapter: how to calm the turbulent waters of your mind to achieve a state of mental silence. But what exactly do we mean by a silent mind? It's not about achieving a completely blank state or suppressing all thought. Rather, it's about creating a space of mental quiet where you can observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. It's a state of heightened awareness and focus, free from the constant commentary and judgments that often cloud our thinking. The importance of this skill for critical thinking cannot be overstated. When we quiet our mental chatter, we create space for deeper, more reflective thinking. We're able to see problems and situations with greater clarity, unobscured by the fog of our habitual thought patterns and knee-jerk reactions. Moreover, a silent mind plays a crucial role in reducing cognitive overload. In our information-saturated world, our minds are constantly bombarded with stimuli, leading to mental fatigue and decreased cognitive performance. By practicing mental silence, we give our brains a chance to rest and reset, enhancing our capacity for focused, deliberate reasoning. So how do we cultivate this state of mental silence? Like any skill, it requires practice and patience. One effective method is through breathing exercises. The simple act of focusing on your breath can serve as an anchor, helping to quiet the mind and bring you into the present moment. Try this. Take a few minutes right now to focus on your breath. Don't try to control it, just observe it. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your nostrils, the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. When you notice your mind wandering, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple exercise, practiced regularly, can significantly reduce mental chatter and increase your capacity for focused attention. Another powerful technique for developing a silent mind is through mindfulness meditation. Set aside some time each day, even just 5 or 10 minutes to start, to sit quietly and observe your thoughts. The goal isn't to stop thinking, but to create a space where you can watch your thoughts come and go without getting caught up in them. As you engage in these practices, you'll likely begin to notice some immediate benefits. Many people report a reduction in mental chatter, even after just a few weeks of regular practice. You might find that your mind feels less cluttered, that you're able to think more clearly and make decisions with greater ease. But the benefits of a silent mind extend far beyond just reduced mental noise. With continued practice, you may notice a significant enhancement in your ability to focus and think with precision. This improved mental clarity can be a game changer in critical thinking. It allows you to analyze problems more deeply, to see connections that you might have missed before, and to approach challenges with a calm, centered state of mind. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve mastery in reflective thinking. Imagine being able to approach any situation with a mind that's calm and clear, capable of deep, insightful reflection. This level of mental mastery can transform your approach to critical thinking, allowing you to navigate complex problems with ease and generate innovative solutions. Of course, the path to a silent mind is not without its challenges. One common issue is persistent mental noise. Even with regular practice, you might find that your mind continues to chatter incessantly. If you're struggling with this, try gradually increasing the duration of your meditation sessions. Start with just a few minutes and slowly work your way up. Remember, the goal isn't to forcefully silence your thoughts, but to create a space where you can observe them without getting caught up in them. Another potential pitfall is difficulty focusing during meditation or breathing exercises. If you find your mind constantly wandering, don't get discouraged. This is completely normal, especially when you're first starting out. One helpful strategy is to use guided meditations. These provide a structure for your practice and can help keep your mind anchored when it starts to drift. As you continue to develop your skills in cultivating a silent mind, you'll likely find that its influence extends beyond your formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself spontaneously entering states of mental quiet throughout your day, experiencing moments of clarity and insight in the midst of your usual activities. This integration of mental silence into your everyday experience is a sign of progress. Your enhanced capacity for quiet reflection is becoming a natural part of how you engage with the world. Remember, the journey towards a silent mind is ongoing. There's always room for deeper stillness, always new levels of mental clarity to explore. Each time you engage in this practice, you're not just quieting your thoughts, you're expanding your capacity for deep, reflective thinking. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own mental landscape. How often do you experience moments of true mental quiet? How might your approach to problems and decisions change if you were able to access a state of calm, clear focus at will? The path we've explored in this chapter is a gateway to a profound shift in how you engage with your own thoughts and the world around you. As you move forward, you'll discover how the stillness you've cultivated can become a powerful tool for engaging with the myriad perspectives and ideas that shape our understanding of the world. Prepare to enter a realm where the quiet mind becomes a stage for a rich, internal dialogue. The next chapter will reveal how the silence you've cultivated can give birth to a new kind of conversation, one that takes place entirely within the landscape of your own thoughts, yet has the power to transform your understanding of the world in ways you might never have imagined. Chapter 6, Inner Debate. Have you ever caught yourself arguing with yourself? That internal back and forth, weighing pros and cons, considering different angles of a problem? Far from being a sign of indecision or mental chaos, this inner dialogue can be one of the most powerful tools in your critical thinking arsenal. Welcome to the realm of inner debate, where the conversations you have with yourself can lead to profound insights and balanced decisions. As we embark on this chapter, you might be wondering what exactly we mean by inner debate. Isn't debate something that happens between two or more people? While external debates certainly have their place, the art of inner debate, of mindfully engaging with different perspectives within your own mind, is a crucial skill for any critical thinker. Imagine your mind as a grand courtroom. You're not just the judge, but also the prosecutor, the defense attorney, and even the jury. Each role represents a different perspective, a different way of looking at the issue at hand. The ability to inhabit these various roles, to argue each side with equal vigor and consideration, is at the heart of inner debate. But why is this internal dialogue so important for critical thinking? The answer lies in the nature of complex problems and decisions. Rarely are real-world issues black and white. More often, they exist in shades of gray, with valid arguments on multiple sides. By engaging in inner debate, we force ourselves to consider these various perspectives, leading to more balanced and nuanced understanding. Moreover, inner debate plays a crucial role in overcoming our own biases and preconceptions. We all have our default ways of thinking, our go-to perspectives shaped by our experiences and beliefs. Inner debate challenges these defaults, pushing us to consider viewpoints that might be uncomfortable or unfamiliar. This process of mental stretching is essential for developing truly balanced reasoning. So how do we cultivate this skill of inner debate? Like any ability, it requires practice and mindful attention. One effective method is through structured self-dialogue sessions. Set aside some time, even just 10 to 15 minutes, to engage in a formal debate with yourself on a particular issue or decision you're facing. Start by clearly stating the issue or question at hand. Then, consciously adopt different perspectives on the matter. You might imagine yourself as different stakeholders in the situation, or as individuals with contrasting worldviews. For each perspective, articulate the strongest arguments you can muster. What would someone with this viewpoint say? What evidence would they cite? What values or principles are driving their position? As you engage in this exercise, strive to be as fair and thorough as possible with each perspective. Resist the urge to immediately counter or dismiss arguments that don't align with your initial views. Instead, give each perspective its full due, exploring it deeply before moving on to the next. Another powerful technique for developing your inner debate skills is through perspective-taking exercises. Choose an issue you feel strongly about, then challenge yourself to argue the opposite position as convincingly as possible. This isn't about playing devil's advocate for the sake of argument, but about genuinely trying to understand and articulate a viewpoint different from your own. As you engage in these practices, you'll likely begin to notice some immediate benefits. Many people report improved argumentation skills even after just a few weeks of regular inner debate practice. You might find that you're able to articulate your thoughts more clearly, to anticipate counter-arguments more readily, and to construct more persuasive arguments overall. But the benefits of inner debate extend far beyond just improved rhetorical skills. With continued practice, you may notice a significant enhancement in your ability to take on different perspectives. This improved perspective taking is a cornerstone of empathy and emotional intelligence, allowing you to understand and relate to others more effectively. In the realm of critical thinking, it enables you to analyze problems from multiple angles, leading to more comprehensive and nuanced solutions. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve mastery in balanced reasoning. Imagine being able to approach any issue with a mind that's capable of holding multiple, even conflicting viewpoints simultaneously. This level of cognitive flexibility allows for truly holistic analysis and decision-making, where all relevant perspectives are considered and integrated into a balanced conclusion. Of course, the path to mastering inner debate is not without its challenges. One common issue is bias in viewpoints. Even as we try to consider different perspectives, our inherent biases can lead us to give more weight to some arguments over others. If you find yourself struggling with this, try actively seeking out diverse opinions on the topics you're debating internally. Read articles or listen to speakers who hold different views from your own. The more you expose yourself to diverse perspectives externally, the easier it becomes to generate and consider them internally. Another potential pitfall is feeling overwhelmed by conflicting thoughts. When we open ourselves up to multiple perspectives, it can sometimes feel like we're drowning in a sea of conflicting ideas. If you're experiencing this, it can be helpful to use structured debate formats. For example, you might use a pros and cons list or a formal debate structure with opening statements, rebuttals, and closing arguments. These structures can help organize your thoughts and make the process feel more manageable. As you continue to develop your skills in inner debate, you'll likely find that its influence extends beyond formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself spontaneously considering multiple perspectives in your everyday decision-making, or finding it easier to understand and relate to viewpoints different from your own. This integration of inner debate into your everyday thinking is a sign of progress. Your enhanced capacity for balanced reasoning is becoming a natural part of how you engage with the world. Remember, the journey towards mastering inner debate is ongoing. There's always room for considering new perspectives, always deeper levels of nuance to explore. Each time you engage in this practice, you're not just honing your argumentation skills, you're expanding your capacity for empathy, understanding, and truly balanced thinking. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own inner dialogue. How often do you consciously engage in debate with yourself? How might your understanding of complex issues and your approach to decision-making change if you were able to more fully explore and integrate multiple perspectives? The path we've explored in this chapter is a gateway to a new level of cognitive flexibility and balanced reasoning. As you move forward, you'll discover how the robust internal debates you've learned to cultivate can crystallize into moments of profound understanding. Prepare to enter a realm where the cacophony of competing viewpoints suddenly resolves into a clear, resonant insight. The next chapter will reveal how the mental agility you've developed can lead to flashes of understanding so deep and transformative that they seem to come from beyond conscious thought itself. Are you ready to unlock the hidden potential of your mind's eye? Chapter 7, Critical Insight. Have you ever experienced a moment when everything suddenly clicks into place? When the fog of confusion lifts and you see a situation with startling clarity? These moments of insight can feel almost magical, as if understanding has descended upon us from some external source. But what if I told you that these flashes of brilliance aren't random occurrences, but a skill that can be cultivated and harnessed? As we embark on this chapter, you might be wondering what exactly we mean by critical insight. Isn't all critical thinking insightful by nature? While it's true that critical thinking involves analysis and understanding, what we're exploring here goes deeper. We're delving into the realm of profound comprehension, where surface-level information gives way to reveal hidden patterns, connections, and meanings. Imagine your mind as a vast ocean. On the surface, we see the waves and ripples of everyday thoughts and observations. But beneath this surface lies a world of depth and complexity. Critical insight is about learning to dive deep into these waters, to see what lies beneath the obvious, and to bring that understanding back to the surface. But why is this ability to gain deep insight so important for critical thinking? The answer lies in the nature of complex problems and situations we face in our modern world. Many of the challenges we encounter can't be solved through surface-level analysis alone. They require us to see beyond the obvious, to understand the underlying dynamics and interconnections that aren't immediately apparent. Moreover, critical insight plays a crucial role in helping us see deeper meanings in the information we encounter. In a world awash with data and opinions, the ability to discern what's truly significant, to separate the signal from the noise, is more valuable than ever. Critical insight allows us to cut through the clutter and get to the heart of matters. So how do we cultivate this ability to gain critical insight? Like any skill, it requires practice and mindful attention. One effective method is through insight meditation practices. Unlike some forms of meditation that focus on emptying the mind, insight meditation is about cultivating a deep, present moment awareness that allows for spontaneous understanding to arise. Try this. Set aside some time, even just 10 to 15 minutes, to sit quietly. Instead of focusing on your breath or a mantra, simply observe your thoughts and sensations as they arise. Don't try to control or direct your thinking, just watch. As you practice this, you may notice moments when your understanding of a situation or problem suddenly shifts or deepens. These are the seeds of insight. Another powerful technique for developing critical insight is through reflective journaling. At the end of each day, take some time to write about your experiences, thoughts, and observations. But don't just record events. Probe deeper. Ask yourself questions like, what patterns do I notice? What might this situation look like from a different perspective? What assumptions am I making, and are they valid? As you engage in these practices, you'll likely begin to notice some immediate benefits. Many people report improved intuitive understanding even after just a few weeks of regular practice. You might find that you're able to grasp complex concepts more quickly, or that you're more adept at reading between the lines in conversations or written material. But the benefits of cultivating critical insight extend far beyond just improved intuition. With continued practice, you may notice a significant enhancement in your ability to see connections. This improved pattern recognition is a game changer in critical thinking. It allows you to link seemingly unrelated pieces of information, to identify trends and tendencies that others might miss, and to anticipate potential outcomes based on subtle cues. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve mastery in profound insight. Imagine being able to approach any situation or problem with a mind that's capable of penetrating to its very essence, of seeing not just the surface details, but the underlying truths and dynamics. This level of insight allows for truly transformative thinking, where complex problems can be understood and addressed at their root. Of course, the path to mastering critical insight is not without its challenges. One common issue is getting stuck in surface-level analysis. Even as we try to dive deeper, our habitual thinking patterns can keep us skimming the surface. If you find yourself struggling with this, try practicing deeper reflection. When you encounter a situation or piece of information, challenge yourself to look at it from at least 3 different angles. What might you be missing? What assumptions are you making? Another potential pitfall is missing important connections. Sometimes, in our effort to understand individual elements deeply, we can lose sight of how they relate to each other. If you're experiencing this, mind mapping techniques can be incredibly helpful. Start with a central idea or problem and visually map out related concepts, influences, and potential outcomes. This visual representation can help reveal connections that might not be apparent when thinking linearly. As you continue to develop your capacity for critical insight, you'll likely find that its influence extends beyond formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself spontaneously having aha moments in your everyday life, seeing situations with new clarity or understanding complex issues in ways you never have before. This integration of insightful thinking into your everyday experience is a sign of progress. Your enhanced capacity for deep understanding is becoming a natural part of how you engage with the world. Remember, the journey towards mastering critical insight is ongoing. There's always room for deeper understanding, always new levels of meaning to uncover. Each time you engage in this practice, you're not just honing your analytical skills, you're expanding your capacity for profound comprehension and truly transformative thinking. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with insight. How often do you find yourself seeing beyond the surface of situations? How might your approach to problems and decisions change if you were able to consistently tap into deeper levels of understanding? The path we've explored in this chapter is a gateway to a new level of cognitive depth and clarity. As you move forward, you'll discover how the profound insights you've learned to cultivate can coalesce into something even greater. Prepare to enter a realm where individual insights begin to interconnect, forming a tapestry of understanding that's greater than the sum of its parts. The next chapter will reveal how the deep comprehension you've developed can evolve into a form of wisdom that transcends individual insights, offering a holistic understanding that can transform not just your thinking, but your entire approach to life. Are you ready to unlock the hidden synergies of your mind? Chapter 8, Unified Wisdom. As we stand at the threshold of this final chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've undertaken together. We've explored the landscapes of open-mindedness, sharpened our awareness, harnessed the power of our mind's eye, attuned our perception, cultivated mental silence, engaged in inner debates, and delved into the depths of critical insight. Each of these elements, powerful in its own right, has been a stepping stone leading us to this moment. But what lies ahead is more than just a culmination, it's a transformation. You might be wondering, what exactly is unified wisdom? Isn't wisdom simply the accumulation of knowledge and experience? While these are certainly components of wisdom, what we're exploring here goes beyond mere accumulation. We're venturing into a realm where mindfulness and critical thinking converge, where the analytical mind and the intuitive spirit find harmony, creating something greater than the sum of its parts. Imagine your mind as a grand symphony orchestra. Each instrument, your logical reasoning, your intuition, your mindfulness, your critical analysis, plays its own unique and vital role. But when these instruments play in perfect harmony, guided by a skilled conductor, the result is a masterpiece that transcends individual notes. This is the essence of unified wisdom. But why is this integration of mindfulness and reasoning so crucial for enhancing critical thinking? The answer lies in the complex nature of the challenges we face in our modern world. Many of the problems we encounter can't be solved through logic alone, nor can they be addressed solely through intuition or mindfulness. They require a balanced approach that draws on all of our cognitive and intuitive resources. Moreover, unified wisdom plays a vital role in achieving truly balanced decision-making. In a world often polarized by extreme viewpoints, the ability to approach issues with a mind that's both critically sharp and mindfully open is more valuable than ever. This balance allows us to navigate complex situations with grace and insight, leading to more effective and enlightened outcomes. So, how do we cultivate this state of unified wisdom? Like all the skills we've explored in this book, it requires practice and mindful attention. One effective method is through mindful reasoning practice sessions. Set aside time regularly, perhaps 20 to 30 minutes a few times a week, to engage in deliberate practice of integrating mindfulness and critical thinking. Here's how you might structure such a session. Begin with a brief mindfulness meditation to center yourself and cultivate present moment awareness. Then, choose a complex problem or decision you're facing. As you analyze the issue, consciously alternate between periods of focused, logical analysis and moments of open, mindful awareness. Pay attention to how these different modes of thinking inform and enhance each other. Another powerful technique for developing unified wisdom is through wisdom cultivation exercises. These involve deliberately seeking out situations that challenge your current understanding and push you to integrate different aspects of your thinking. You might engage with viewpoints that differ from your own, explore unfamiliar fields of knowledge, or put yourself in situations that require both analytical problem-solving and intuitive understanding. As you engage in these practices, you'll likely begin to notice some immediate benefits. Many people report improved decision-making, even after just a few weeks of regular practice. You might find that you're able to approach complex problems with greater clarity and confidence, drawing on both your analytical skills and your intuitive insights. But the benefits of cultivating unified wisdom extend far beyond just improved decision-making. With continued practice, you may notice a significant enhancement in your overall problem-solving abilities. This improved capacity to address challenges comes from your ability to draw on a wider range of cognitive and intuitive resources, to see problems from multiple perspectives, and to generate innovative solutions that balance different considerations. The ultimate goal, the pinnacle of this practice, is to achieve mastery in enlightened reasoning. Imagine being able to approach any situation with a mind that's both critically sharp and deeply wise, capable of seeing both the details and the big picture, of balancing logic and intuition, analysis and insight. This level of cognitive integration allows for truly transformative thinking, where complex problems can be understood and addressed in ways that are both effective and profoundly insightful. Of course, the path to mastering unified wisdom is not without its challenges. One common issue is imbalance in approaches. Even as we strive for integration, we may find ourselves leaning too heavily on either our analytical skills or our intuitive insights. If you find yourself struggling with this, try regularly assessing your progress. After each mindful reasoning session, reflect on how well you balanced different aspects of your thinking. Were you able to draw on both logic and intuition? Did you maintain mindful awareness throughout your analysis? Another potential pitfall is a lack of integration between the various skills and practices we've explored throughout this book. Sometimes, in our effort to develop different aspects of our thinking, we can lose sight of how they all fit together. If you're experiencing this, holistic thinking exercises can be incredibly helpful. Try creating a mind map or diagram that visually represents how different elements of mindful reasoning, open-mindedness, awareness, visualization, attuned perception, mental silence, inner debate, critical insight, all connect and support each other. As you continue to develop your capacity for unified wisdom, you'll likely find that its influence extends far beyond formal practice sessions. You might catch yourself naturally integrating mindfulness and critical thinking in your everyday life, approaching challenges with a balanced blend of analysis and insight. This integration of unified wisdom into your everyday experience is a sign of progress. Your enhanced capacity for enlightened reasoning is becoming a natural part of how you engage with the world. Remember, the journey towards mastering unified wisdom is ongoing. There's always room for deeper integration, always new levels of balance and insight to achieve. Each time you engage in this practice, you're not just honing your thinking skills, you're expanding your capacity for truly wise and transformative engagement with the world. As we conclude this chapter, and indeed this book, take a moment to reflect on your own journey towards unified wisdom. How has your approach to thinking and problem-solving evolved? How might your engagement with the world change as you continue to integrate mindfulness and critical thinking? The path we've explored throughout this book has led you to a new frontier of cognitive potential. But even as we reach this culmination, an exciting question emerges. How can you ensure that the wisdom you've cultivated becomes not just a skill, but a way of life? As you turn the page to the final chapter, prepare to discover how the transformative power of unified wisdom can be woven into the very fabric of your daily existence, creating a legacy of mindful reasoning that extends far beyond the confines of this book. Are you ready to embark on a lifelong journey of enlightened thinking? Chapter 9, Enduring Practice. As we reach the final chapter of our journey together, it's natural to feel a sense of accomplishment. You've explored the depths of mindful reasoning, from opening your mind to achieving unified wisdom. But as we stand at this summit, I invite you to view it not as an endpoint, but as a launching pad for a lifelong adventure in critical thinking and mindfulness. The skills and insights you've gained throughout this book are not meant to be fleeting experiences or temporary enhancements. They are seeds of transformation planted in the fertile soil of your mind. But like any garden, these seeds require ongoing care and nurturing to truly flourish. This is the essence of enduring practice, the commitment to cultivating and deepening these skills throughout your life. You might be wondering, why is this ongoing practice so crucial? Haven't we already covered everything there is to know about mindful reasoning? The truth is, mastery in this field is not a destination, but a journey. Our minds, like the world around us, are constantly evolving. New challenges arise, new information emerges, and our own perspectives shift over time. Enduring practice allows us to adapt and grow, ensuring that our critical thinking skills remain sharp and relevant in the face of ever-changing circumstances. Let's take a moment to reflect on how the concepts you've learned in this book can empower you. The enhanced cognitive abilities you've developed, from attuned perception to unified wisdom, are not just academic exercises. They are practical tools that can dramatically improve your personal and professional life. Imagine approaching every challenge with a mind that's clear, focused, and capable of seeing multiple perspectives. Picture yourself navigating complex decisions with confidence, drawing on both analytical reasoning and intuitive insight. These are not far-off ideals, but tangible outcomes of the practices you've learned. But the impact of mindful reasoning extends far beyond individual achievement. One of the most profound ways these skills can enrich your life is through improved relationships. The open-mindedness and empathy you've cultivated can transform your interactions with others. You'll find yourself better able to truly listen and understand different viewpoints, to communicate your own ideas more clearly and persuasively, and to navigate conflicts with grace and wisdom. Moreover, the increased self-awareness that comes from mindful practice can lead to deeper, more authentic connections. As you become more attuned to your own thoughts and emotions, you'll likely find that you're better able to understand and relate to the experiences of others. This enhanced empathy can foster stronger bonds, whether in personal relationships, professional collaborations, or community interactions. Now, let's consider what you're capable of achieving with these new skills. Problems that once seemed insurmountable may now reveal hidden solutions. Decisions that used to cause stress and uncertainty can be approached with clarity and confidence. You have the tools to cut through information overload, to see beyond surface-level distractions, and to focus on what truly matters in any situation. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of this journey is that it gets easier and more rewarding over time. As you continue to practice the concepts from this book, you'll likely find that mindful reasoning becomes increasingly effortless. What once required conscious effort will start to feel natural and intuitive. This is the path to true mastery, where critical thinking and mindfulness become not just skills you use, but integral parts of who you are. Imagine moving through life with a mind that's naturally open, aware, and insightful. Picture yourself effortlessly balancing logic and intuition, analysis and creativity in every aspect of your life. Of course, this journey of enduring practice will have its challenges. There will be days when maintaining mindfulness feels difficult, or when your critical thinking skills seem to falter in the face of complex problems. But these moments are not setbacks. They are opportunities for growth. Each challenge you face is a chance to deepen your practice, to discover new insights, and to reinforce your commitment to mindful reasoning. As we conclude this book, I want to leave you with a powerful truth. The skills you've developed here are more than just tools for better thinking. They are keys to unlocking a more fulfilling, meaningful life. By committing to the enduring practice of mindful reasoning, you're not just improving your cognitive abilities, you're cultivating a way of being that can bring greater clarity, purpose, and wisdom to every aspect of your existence. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of mental clarity and purpose. Picture yourself navigating life's challenges with grace and insight, making decisions that align with your deepest values and aspirations. Envision the positive impact you can have on the world around you as your enhanced critical thinking and mindfulness ripple out to influence your relationships, your work, and your community. This is the true power of enduring practice. It transforms not just how you think, but how you live. It's a path that leads not only to greater success and achievement, but to a deeper sense of fulfillment and connection with the world around you. As you close this book, remember that the end of these pages is just the beginning of your journey. The real adventure lies ahead as you take these concepts and practices into your daily life. Every moment is an opportunity to apply what you've learned, to deepen your understanding, and to discover new insights. So I invite you to embrace this journey of enduring practice. Let mindful reasoning become not just something you do, but a fundamental part of who you are. As you continue to cultivate these skills, you'll find that they become more than just tools for better thinking. They become a pathway to a richer, more meaningful life. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you've already taken several important strides. Now, as you step out into the world with these new skills and insights, remember that each day brings new opportunities for growth, discovery, and transformation. The adventure of mindful reasoning is yours to continue, to shape, and to share with the world. As you move forward, carrying the wisdom of mindful reasoning with you, consider this. How will you apply these skills to navigate the complex decisions that shape your life's path? The journey of personal growth is ongoing, and the ability to think critically and make sound decisions is crucial for continued development. But what if there was a way to supercharge your progress, to make your personal growth truly unstoppable? The next step in your transformation awaits, offering insights that will elevate your critical thinking and decision-making to new heights. To unlock this potential and continue your journey of self-improvement, dive into the audiobook, Critical Thinking and Decision-Making. This will make your personal growth unstoppable. Tap the center of the video now to continue your transformation journey.